I went to sleep yesterday, woke up, found out Max Strus got hurt. Apparently he had surgery to repair a Jones fracture in his left foot and will miss around 3 to 4 months. The team announced on Tuesday. Talk about a big blow to this team right ahead of training camp before the season starts.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I've had this exact same injury. I had surgery on my foot, had a screw put in. This is when I was in Philadelphia at the time. It's a very common injury. You break. So this is your foot. Mm-hmm. It's that bone right there on the so like your pinkie and your foot. So it's right in there, that fifth metatarsal, and you break it, and it gets no blood flow there. So you have to have a surgery. They put a screw in. It stays in forever. I still have a screw in my foot, and he'll be out for 6 weeks from now, and he'll come back and he'll be fine. Like there's gonna be no like residual impacts from this. Like they fix it and it's good. So it sucks. Timing sucks. But for the important part of the season, he's going to be just fine.
6 weeks? Were you back in 6 weeks?
Probably not like playing football 100%, but back running.
Because the only reason I was surprised by that, Kevin Durant had a Jones fracture when he was with the Thunder and missed 2 months. I think he came back early, and it wound up wrecking the season. They had to go back in and do a second procedure. And Zion, it basically missed over a year, but it was.
Well, you don't want to rush back, is my point.
Yeah, and that's why I think the Cavs put 3 to 4 months on their initial timeline to return to basketball activities, because I think maybe you learned something from the other guys who've gone through it. Because KD only missed 2 months, and I don't know if he came back too soon, but it wrecked his whole year, and then Zion missed over a year. So if you don't take care of it, I think it can have some long-lasting effects. So I think that's why they went 3 to 4 months on the front side of it, to try and make sure that they give this thing enough time.
That's probably the right number for him to be playing basketball again. I'm saying like in 6 weeks he's going to be jogging on it.
Okay.
And starting like his rehab will be intensifying before 2 months. I had it done in the off season. I know that like 6 weeks later I was out of the boot. There's no cast.
Okay.
Like I was walking around like not really limited in that capacity. So sorry if I misspoke about 6 weeks. He's not going to be on the court in 6 weeks, but he'll be
moving around.
Yeah, and like okay, so 3 months from now, it's August 27th.
Yeah.
Do the math.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be the very, very early part of the season where he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, he missed 2 months last year and they won 64 games. And he missed 2 months to start the year with a high ankle sprain. So, they're going to be fine. It will. I mean, Sam Merrill already was going to have an increased role with Darius Garland out, but Sam now is a guy they're really going to count on. He got the contract, now he's going to have to earn it. I would like to see DeAndre Hunter slide into the starting lineup in place of Strus. I thought he should have been there all along. I know all the numbers say they were great with Max, and that's fine, but I also saw them get exposed a little bit by some bigger teams when Max was on the floor. So I just like the length and the defense that DeAndre provides. So, I mean, they got time. They're going to be without Darius and now Max to start the year. I don't think it's that big of a deal. They've got the weapons. They've got depth. They can mix and match to start the year. If anything, this will allow Kenny to get creative a little bit and experiment and see what he likes and what he doesn't like. We saw that with him last year. That's going to continue. It's all about April, May, and June with this team. And do they have the talent necessary to make a deep run and to beat really good teams in the playoffs? So this has zero impact on that.
Yeah, for me, on your journey on the way to trying to pursue a championship, there will be peaks and valleys, there will be bumps in the road, and there will be adversity. And I think that the only con to it, to start the season is Max Strus is respected in that locker room. He's one of the vocal leaders. Me, Spencer Davies, and Ethan Sands kind of had this conversation yesterday, and so that element of what he provides will be missed. I think it sucks for him because you'll miss anywhere from Dustin, 28 to 30 something games. Then you got to get yourself back into shape and then work yourself back into the rotation. On the flip side of that, though, it's not like we're talking about the loss of a Evan Mobley or a Donovan Mitchell, and if anything, I think it will help increase the usage for Evan Mobley, and of course Donovan Mitchell will do what he do. But DeAndre Hunter in the starting lineup, I can get with that. I guess with this though, Jason, it makes me wonder about okay, what would the production look like coming off the bench? You talked about Sam Merrill's role. We talked about the rookie Proctor. And I know rookies really don't get that expanded role, but, you know, he did play at Duke. He is a veteran collegiate player. And now here we are without 2 guards to start the season. The chances that he might get more of a role than anticipated increasing is, what say you?
He might get an opportunity early now. Certainly, I think Jalen Tyson's a guy who's going to get increased minutes. We saw a little bit of last year. We'll see more of. Dean Wade obviously had struggles in the playoffs. They're really going to count on him. He may be an option at that starting 3. We talked early last year before the Hunter trade. I really liked that lineup with Wade at the 3 while Max was out. They just had some chemistry there, and obviously he's a pretty good 3-point shooter, pretty good defender, pretty good rebounder. So they've got guys. They're going to have opportunities to put this thing together, see how it looks, mix and match, and be ready to go. If anything, this is just an opportunity, like I said, for Kenny to figure out who plays well with who.
It's kind of been like the theme of this entire show, right? Figure out what you got, see what you have, and you know, for Kenny Atkinson, I think he's very innovative. And the one thing about the Cleveland Cavaliers is that's a tight knit group. They've already bought into what it is Kenny wants him to do, and they've already spent a lot of time together this offseason, you know, trying to build up the necessary energy to go out here and chase this championship. And so I think Kenny is up to that challenge. And, you know, if Lonzo Ball, which is a big if Lonzo Ball and Larry Nance Jr. is healthy, I think it kind of helps, you know, balance things out, even though Strus and DG won't be there to start the season.
Yeah, there'll be heavy restrictions on Ball, and there should be. You're probably not going to see him in any back-to-backs this year, nor should you. They should be pretty protective with him. He's obviously got a long injury history. And, again, it's all about having him ready, healthy and ready by April.
Let me ask you guys this, because I tweeted this out. You know, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the championship season.
Crazy.
And I know a lot of us was, you know, pretty down on the Cavs because of the disappointing second-round exit. And I know, for me, for everybody on this panel, what they do overall in the regular season really won't mean a thing. We're going to get excited for those moments that come and go, but what's your thoughts on this upcoming season? How do you feel about, you know, just what it could end up being when we get to the playoffs? Are you past what happened last year yet? Are you ready to go?
Am I past it? No, but I have to be. And here's the thing that stinks about the whole situation is the fact that we have to go through another 82 games where it's like, okay, well, this is great. This is, you know, we won 64 last year. You know, what did we win? 50-something the year before. Like, it's okay. It doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things in terms of, like, our talking points. And so we're going to come in here, and Mikey's going to do all these awesome breakdowns, and we're going to talk about how great this pick and roll game is, or this, you know, whatever, this screen there. But it's like, okay, well, can we beat Boston? Can we beat the Knicks? I mean, can you beat the Pacers? Can you beat the Magic? Like, all these things are going to be talked about until we're blue in the face, yet we're all going to have no answer. Which, sorry.
It's funny because you say 82 games. I mean, I'll take it a step further. It might be 86 to 89 because I don't think anybody is worried about the Cleveland Cavaliers getting out the first round of the playoffs.
Not either.
I think all of us collectively as a fan base, as a city, and people who just love this team, we're going to get through the regular season, do what we have to do, and then once that second round comes, we're going to be like, here we go.
All right, let's see what you got.
It's time to pay attention, but, you know, I put this on X, I think earlier this week or last week, of how, you know, call me crazy. Maybe this is just that fandom that shows up in me all the time, Jason, to where I like a good storyline. This is the 10-year anniversary. You just look at all the pitfalls, all the things that this team has been through, and the fact that this unit has stayed together and went through the adversity together. You look at how the Eastern Conference is aligning, and you just look at all those factors, and you just wonder, is this the year that the Cleveland Cavaliers can put it all together and actually just go out here and get these things done? Because they say, man, you got to crawl before you walk, you got to walk before you run, and they say humility before honor. I don't know how much more humiliated we can be after having the best record in the Eastern Conference and going home in the second round.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's over. I don't think anybody in that building's over what happened last year. But they got about another month, and then you better be over it because it's time to go. And you have no choice but to flush it at that point. So, yeah, I'm not excited for the season yet. I'll get there. We still have time.
Yeah.
We still got a little bit of time on that, and we'll see what they look like. The East is wide open for them. It's wide open. There's the Knicks, there's the Magic, the Cavs. I like the Hawks. I've been told no, the Hawks are not in that group yet. So, okay, fine. But between the Knicks, the Cavs, and the Magic, I think the Cavs can beat either one of those teams. It is a little bit concerning that they are two very physical teams.
Yeah.
And that's still sort of this team's weakness. But I've said it before, if hearing for when did they go out? May, June, July, August. If hearing for 4 months, 5 months, how soft you guys are, if that isn't motivation,
Then you're soft.
then you're soft. Yeah. I don't know what else there is.
So you all tell me about this because a couple months ago, me and Spencer German was on the radio, and we had, I think it was Cam Justice on. And Cam had talked about that she sat down with new assistant coach Jawad Williams. And one of the things that Jawad talked to Kenny about was implementing more tougher practices, tougher habits. Because the thought process is if you practice tougher, it starts upstairs, and then you become mentally tougher. And hopefully that transfers over into real live games. And we've talked about the lack of toughness being a part of this team that's missing. And I can only assume, like you all said, you get put in those situations, plus, you kind of get knocked on your behind a few times. Eventually you get up and you don't want that to happen to you again, and you understand the moment and you put yourself in position to where that's not the case.